Hey guys, what's going on? I got another video for y'all. This one is for the women. There's a lot of women out there that struggle with finding a man. Where's all the good men at? There's older men that are older women that have that problem. There's younger girls that don't really care because they're more for short-term things. They don't care anything about long-term relationships. And then when they get about 25, 26, they start thinking, maybe I need to start settling down. And then 28, 29, the alarm starts going off. And then at 30, they're like, oh, my life's over. And then it just they go back into a secondary delusion after that, where they're like, oh, I'm still hot. And then it just kind of trickles down until they're like 50 and they have a problem. So here's the deal. A lot of girls have a problem with dating where they will date, 1 to 2 years older than them. Now, statistically saying, most of the time they date like 7 years older, even though there's a lot of girls out there that have issues with dating and finding a guy that might be worth their time. If you're in your early 20s and you're dating as a girl, you're going to have a lot of problems because you're only going to be looking for the short-term hotness in these guys, and they don't really have anything else to offer because they haven't had time to build their life up. Girls don't realize that just because they peaked out at 22, 23, and they just showed up, and here I am, that guys have to bring more to the table. They don't understand that. They think that guys just roll out, just relationship ready. Or they may not care about it until they get into 30, and then they're like, oh, my options are a lot lower now because maybe she's not as hot as she was in her early 20s. She's got a kid now. She's got all this other baggage in the background holding her up. The main issue that these girls have is the guys. This guy's not good enough, this guy's not good enough, blah, blah, blah. If you're a girl and you have got your life together and you can't find a guy, okay, you're having issues finding a guy, you're only having short-term relationships, and you're really wanting a relationship and you're wanting to go a little bit further, date older, okay? Now, there's a lot of things out there that tell girls, this is bad, don't do this, why are you dating older, blah, blah, blah. Don't listen to that. This is societal norms that have been set up by older women to shun you so you'll leave these older guys alone. Now, in my experience with dating, when I was in my just turning 31, I noticed I started to get a lot more attention from women, okay? And I had got myself more physically fit. I had a little bit more options, had a little bit more money. I was doing my own thing. I was single. And then girls started giving me more attention. And a lot of these girls were girls that were in my circle of existence and was never thought of as an option. And then when I was single here, they all started trickling in. And then the girls got younger and younger and younger. They got to where they were like 20, 21, something around that range. And I was 30, 31 at the time. And these girls had a little bit of anxiety in the beginning. They're like, oh, and then they started to realize, if I date older guys, I can do more stuff. Okay? He's got his life together a little bit better. He's got more options. He takes care of himself. He's a little bit more charismatic. He's a little bit more confident in his life. And then she starts to realize, what have I been doing all this time? So if you're having a real big problem with dating, date older, okay? I'm not saying when you're 20, date a 55-year-old, unless that's what you're into, whatever. But don't let other people screw up your options. Don't let your friends screw up your options with dating, because there's lots of women out there that are dating somebody 10 years older, 12 years older, 8 years older, 7 years older, and they're happy because they made that decision. Every girl that I dated that was younger than me, substantially younger than me, had no problem in the relationship. I'm not saying, we were always in a relationship. Sometimes we were just dating, but they were having a ball. They were having a blast. And then eventually, I would stand my ground, be like, I don't really want a relationship right now, and it would just topple off. But other guys, like my situation, that do want a relationship would be perfect in that situation, because once a guy gets like 35, 37, and he's dated a whole bunch of girls, and he's seen every girl naked, it doesn't make a big deal to him anymore, and then he just wants a relationship after that. That's the guy you want. A guy that has played the field, dated a bunch of women, has his life together, has his job together, has his career together, has his self together. At that point in his life, is going to be a lot better option than maybe somebody your age, because guys are getting older and older before they settle in relationships, and it's getting harder and it's taking longer to build up your life. I mean, there's some guys going to college for like 8 years. Okay, so you've only got 2 options in that situation. If he's going to school for 8 years, you've got to make a bet on him while he's in school that it's going to pan out. And a lot of girls are too scared to do that. You got to make a bet on somebody like MGK before he gets famous and gets dissed by Eminem and run into the pop game, that he's going to be successful. A lot of girls can't do that. A lot of girls don't have the caliber of looks or relationship skills to be able to cash out on a big fish. So they will have to go for that potential like that. Well, that's still iffy, and a lot of times it doesn't work out. But if you would date older, you might have better options. That's all I'm saying. So give it a thought. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know if you have any kind of like past experiences as far as dating older men. It's not going to be 100%, guaranteed, but you'll be surprised at how different the relationship is in a situation where the guy's pretty substantially older than you. Not your grandpa, but you know what I'm saying. See you guys later. I'm out.